Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Slayer Talk. My name is Mark. With me as always is my wife Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week here. It's April 17th, 2001. And Carol, is this forever?
That is the episode.
Because we're not here to talk about That's My Bush.
The fuck?
We're here to talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That's my bush.
Oh, you haven't seen an episode of That's My Bush, Carol?
What are you talking about?
That premiered earlier this week.
Okay.
I didn't tell you about That's My Bush.
No, sir. What the fuck?
So we don't, sorry to talk about politics, everyone. We don't talk about politics, but there was an election. Some may say a highly controversial election with Florida. And the people behind South Park, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, created a show called That's My Bush.
Are you serious?
It's a sitcom about the President of the United States and his wife.
Wow. That takes some balls.
It's interesting, but they've aired 2 episodes so far. There's an episode coming out tomorrow, but in the first episode, George tries to have a dinner with Laura and a publicity dinner at the same time. Because it's one of those, one of those wacky sitcom situations. And then in the other episode that I just watched, George tries to impress his old frat buddies with an execution.
Wow.
Yeah. He was known for killing a lot of people in Texas when he was governor.
Okay.
They did a lot of executions.
Wow.
But anyway, we're not here to talk about That's My Bush.
No.
We're here to talk about something a little more serious. The aftermath of Joyce's death.
So when you say a little more serious and I cackle, it's because I thought you were about to say Buffy the Vampire Slayer because, haha, that's more serious than politics. But then you say the death of Joyce, and that fucking is serious. So.
It's a more serious subject matter than That's My Bush.
I sound like a deranged person laughing at death.
That's
Wah,
all right.
ha, ha, ha.
Wow, you do laugh in the face of death. I've seen you.
Right.
He doesn't like it though.
No.
So what I feared happened, started to happen. I was on the edge of my seat. Like this was a good episode because I was like, oh my God, I hated every moment of it until Dawn finally makes the right decision.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Like, were we recording when you said you were afraid they were going to try to bring her back? Was that in our last episode, or was that just us talking?
I think so.
The lines of reality blur sometimes.
Yeah. I think we recorded that. My concern about that.
Because exactly what you said happened. That they tried to bring her back.
Well, it's inevitable, I suppose, because it's a show about magics,
Sure,
and stuff. And that was my fear, was that you can't bring her back because then death is just cured. Like that takes all dramatic tension out of the show. Mm-hmm. And that's no good.
So, in this episode, we start out, I think, looking at coffins.
Yes, well, yeah, Buffy does, yeah.
Oh, we're watching, so we're also looking.
We're watching Buffy look at coffins.
Yeah. I noticed all throughout the beginning of this episode, like, poor Dawn, like, Buffy really is just looking through her, talking around her, not really including her in things. And, like, Dawn is having trouble emotionally with the picking out a coffin. She's like, are we sure this is what Mom would want to be in forever and everything? And Buffy's like, I shouldn't have brought you. Like, immediately. Like, instead of talking it through with her.
Yeah.
She's like, I shouldn't have brought you. Like, that's shitty.
I get... It didn't fully hit me until we get the emotional climax of the episode, I guess. Because we see so much from Buffy's eyes and her point of view. And she's clearly trying to hold things together. Mm-hmm. And I think she's trying to do it for Dawn.
Yeah.
But it comes off as very insensitive. And she's not asking Dawn her opinions at all about, what should be done.
No. And, I mean, she should... I realize the final say is with Buffy, but she should factor in Dawn's opinions.
Yeah, 100%.
Her thoughts matter, too.
Yeah, I mean, she might just be a key, but...
She loves Joyce very much.
I'm kind of surprised that didn't come up. That it didn't come up that, she's not really your mom.
Oh my God, that'd be such a terrible thing.
Why are you so upset? She wasn't really your mom. You're a fucking key.
It's weird to, know that, but then have everybody act like... thankfully, they are back to acting like normal, because that would have been worse, but...
Yeah, I kind of hate that we know that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I would rather just think of her as a regular girl, but I guess we can try to. It's so weird because this is I didn't really think about it, but from the beginning of the episode, or the beginning of the season, I mean, it's kind of almost like a reboot of the whole show. Like all the dynamics have changed because of Dawn's existence, and Joyce dying further changes all the dynamics of what's going on.
That is true.
So, yeah, it's interesting. The show is very different from where it started.
Well, yeah, it started as kind of hokey, and Buffy was Dawn's age, basically.
Yeah.
Which is weird to think of, because Dawn is so protected, and, Buffy was not.
Right. But, yeah, they're looking at coffins, and Buffy just picks one. She's like, this is fine.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I identify a little bit with Dawn in this because, having lost my dad at a young age.
Sure.
And I can literally remember picking out coffins with my mom. And I thought to myself, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But my mother was like, your father would care. She was probably right. And we got the fanciest coffin they had. It had a carving of the Last Supper on it and stuff.
Oh wow.
It's really pretty.
It's
no
nice.
one's ever gonna look at it. It's stupid. I agree. Pick the cheapest one. When I die, pick the cheapest one.
Okay. Well, when I die, pick a vase to put my ashes in.
I kind of am thinking about cremation too, but
because I would rather be cremated than buried in the ground.
But yeah, so I'm not mad at Buffy for just being this one.
Yeah.
But Dawn thinks it matters.
So from there we go to I think we see Spike first.
Oh, okay. When he's walking up with the flowers?
Yeah, I think that's before the funeral.
Okay.
Because we do see the funeral.
Yeah, it's the night before when they have everybody, or is it the wake?
No, they don't have a wake.
Right.
It's no, you're right. It's the night before where they're doing all the the planning stuff and everything.
They're all having dinner together ahead of time, kind of like the wake, but beforehand.
And Buffy's trying to figure out how to word everything, because apparently Joyce didn't want a wake. She didn't want any kind of service. She said, what did she say? Brunches are depressing enough.
No, potlucks.
Potlucks are depressing enough.
Which is, I mean, that's usually how those go, where it's in a church basement and everybody brings a dish.
Yeah.
But I have been to some where people, you go to a restaurant and the family just buys dinner for everybody. And I think that's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's so expensive. I mean, people are supposed to be giving money to the family, not the family, feeding the neighborhood or the town or whatever.
Part of the funeral cost, I guess,
I guess.
But it depends on the socioeconomic situation the family's in, too,
I'm sure.
I guess. But, yeah, I think you pointed out that that's selfish on Joyce's part.
Yeah, because people need each other. The point of the gathering after the funeral is to comfort each other and share memories and stuff. And I knew somebody who said they didn't want anyone crying at their funeral.
Wow.
And I was like, guess what? Sorry, I'll be crying. She's like, then don't come.
Interesting.
Isn't that a mean thing to say?
Who said that to you?
One of my ex's mothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, people are weird about death.
Have you been to her funeral?
No, I missed it.
Oh, okay. She is dead, though?
Yes.
Wow. Ouch.
She is, and I didn't go, so there you go.
Is it the one I'm thinking of?
Probably.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know all their, I don't know. That's the one I was thinking of, yeah. I didn't know she was dead. No, that's sad.
Remind me to tell you about it later.
Okay.
Not on there.
Okay, so you had something to do with it.
No. Oh my God. Come
on. Anyway, so she's trying to figure out how to word it and everything, and it's another situation where Dawn's there, but like kind of not there too.
Yeah. Because I think Dawn even offers up an opinion that nobody listens, but Buffy says, Dawn, eat something, and she's like, but you're not.
Yeah.
Which, like, true, like, you know what? It's okay. Don't fucking force her to eat. Like, chill out.
So then Anya and Xander are leaving when Spike's walking up with flowers. And he's like, I came to leave some flowers or whatever. And they fucking cock slap him around for a while.
Okay, nobody laid hands on Spike, did they?
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe Xander did. I don't know.
I don't remember.
They verbally do, though.
They, like, throw the flowers on the ground or some shit, or maybe he did. I don't know.
They're pissed off, and they're like, oh, you're trying to use fucking Buffy's mom dying to get closer to her. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit.
And Spike's like, I liked Joyce. This is for Joyce. I was fond of the woman. Like, he's like, what the hell?
She's the only one that didn't treat me like a monster.
Yeah.
And Xander's like, oh, her mistake then.
They liked watching Passions together or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So he threw the flowers down and storms off, and then Anya's like, Xander, there's no card. Mm-hmm. He was just going to leave the flowers.
Yeah.
Because he actually cared about Joyce. Like, why do they think he's so mean and awful?
I don't know, because he's a vampire that's killed a bunch of people.
True. I guess if you want to, like, dig up the past.
If you go far enough into any vampire's past, you're going to find some bad stuff.
Right.
That's true. They do accept Angel, though.
Yeah.
And Angel was probably worse than Spike.
Sounds like.
At their worst. Although Spike did kill 2 Slayers.
Well, do you remember that Angel is the one that drove Drusilla crazy? Like,
oh, I forgot about that.
Slaughtered her whole family in front of her and tortured her and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Did he make Drusilla?
Yeah.
Okay, so he made Drusilla, and then Drusilla made Spike. Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah,
it's like the fucking Bible.
I think
Angel begets.
Right.
Fucking.
I think Angel is probably the worst of them when he doesn't have a soul.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I think so.
Because I mean, think about how nice Spike is most of the time anyway, and he doesn't have a soul.
Yeah.
Although he does have a chip, which prevents him from hurting people. Is the chip his soul?
Is that what the ultimate thesis of this show is, that having a conscience is your soul?
Is it the same as having a conscience?
Having that chip?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's behavior modification.
It is. I don't think behavior modification is your soul, no. Different things.
So then we go to the funeral.
Now, before the funeral, Dawn asks if she could stay the night at Willow and Tara's dorm.
After.
And they're like, I don't know, Buffy, do you care? And
yeah, they're like, maybe you should be with Buffy or whatever. And she asks Buffy, and Buffy's like, if that's what you want. Like, she barely is paying attention, really. She's just kind of like, yeah, sure, I guess that's what you want.
Yeah. But again, this makes sense to me that she wants to be around people, and Buffy's ignoring her, so why would she want to go home from this and be completely alone and ignored?
Do you think she has an ulterior motive, though?
Well, I know she has an ulterior motive.
I don't know if that, like, I don't know if she was thinking about that at the time, or if that just kind of came up.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I assumed that she was. So what we're talking about is she ends up asking Willow and Tara to do a spell to bring Joyce back.
Resurrect her.
And they, of course, are like, no, we can't do that. And Tara's like, Wiccans took a vow
Yeah.
a long time ago, never to do that stuff. And
It's
Dawn,
fucking evil, basically, they say.
yeah. And then Dawn's like, oh, if you took a vow, that means you can do it. They
Yeah.
wouldn't bother taking the vow if you couldn't do it.
Right, and she's not wrong.
And this is fucked, and I don't understand this.
I'm telling you, Willow is making me mad.
Something's wrong with her lately. But as they're leaving for school,
You think she's like evil or something? Like she's been taken over by some evil presence?
I don't think she's evil, but I think she has poor judgment,
Mm-hmm.
and she's very self-centered recently.
Yeah.
But I guess she thinks she's helping. She like magically makes this book pop out of the bookshelf.
Uh-huh.
That's the history of magic or something.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, there are ways to do resurrection spells, and here are them.
Yeah. Like what? Why? Why? She's a little girl. I mean, she's 14 or whatever.
So she at the magic shop, she's talking to Giles about, oh, like the really like potent stuff, like I want to help out around here, but I don't want to sell anybody somebody that they shouldn't have.
Yeah, she's smart.
And he's like, oh, they're all up there. What you're looking for is up there.
So she sneaks up a ladder. That's like a library ladder to get what she needs to do this resurrection.
Yep.
But she also has to talk to Spike. When does that happen?
No, she's at the grave, and she's pouring the liquid or whatever that she got from the magic shop
Yeah.
on the grave and everything, and she's like starting to do stuff, and that's when Spike shows up. And Spike's like, hey, fucking, what are you doing?
So do you think Spike was coming to visit Joyce's grave?
Yeah. I don't think he thought that she was going to be there.
So, well, he also hangs out in cemeteries. He lives in the cemetery.
I'll tell you what, real quick though, because this is a nothing scene. Angel shows up for the funeral.
Oh, yeah.
After it gets dark, everyone leaves, and Buffy's standing at the grave for hours, apparently.
Yeah, that's weird. Like the sky, like they do that fast thing where the sky is getting darker around her. And then he shows up.
But Angel shows up for them to cuddle and kiss a little bit, sitting next to a tree by the grave.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's his only scene.
Yeah, because he has to leave before the sun comes up.
He walked across the lot from the Angel set to talk to her. That's it. And went back.
Right?
You film one scene for us, David.
So it was kind of sad, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's sad. Like,
Because, I mean, they talk
he-
about
he-
loving each other.
and he liked Joyce too,
Yeah. And they can't be together. And it's,
I wonder if it would mean more if we watched Angel,
I don't know.
or if it would mean nothing if we watched Angel.
I don't think this particular scene was really about Angel's show.
No. But anyway, so Spike shows up and he's like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. He's like, what you're doing, that's like zombie shit. That's not even what you want. Like, it's, you're just going to turn her into a zombie. That's no good.
So, like, thank God he came along, I guess.
Yeah. And he's like, I know a really sketchy guy.
Who will be able to help us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he takes her to see some guy with a fucking lizard tail and the creepiest eyes I've ever seen.
He's a fucking demon.
Yeah.
He's Ray Walston from Picket Fences, but a demon.
He's just, like, before you even see the tail, he's just very off-putting.
Yeah. Or my favorite Martian, depending on... it's not actually Ray Walston. He just kind of looks like Ray Walston.
Oh, okay. I don't know who Ray Walston is anyway, but
You don't remember Picket Fences?
I didn't really watch Picket Fences.
He was the judge.
Okay.
You remember my favorite Martian?
Oop.
He was the Martian.
But yeah, this guy gives them the spell and ingredients that they need, tells them what they need to do to get the egg. They need an egg or whatever.
He
And
takes her hair. He takes Dawn's hair and looks at it, and he says, oh, your mom would be a good candidate. Strong DNA. What? Like, is she real? Like, I don't understand.
She's made from the DNA probably still because she's supposed to be her daughter.
I guess. They do briefly mention, not to derail us, but they do briefly mention the dad, by the way, speaking of DNA.
Oh, yeah.
And about how they can't get a hold of him or whatever, and he hasn't returned any of their messages.
Yeah, they've left messages everywhere they can.
Just say he's a piece of shit. That's all you... I mean, like, just... Like, we get it. He's a fucking asshole.
Deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
Last time, apparently, they knew where he was. He was in Spain, so...
Yeah. Helping out Franco, I guess. I don't know.
What?
Francisco Franco.
Okay.
It's forget it.
Sorry. The
Fifth quarter stuff over.
Wait. I'm trying to like remember there was something I want to say about the demon. I don't want to move on yet. Oh, he gives her the shit for free.
Yes.
And that's really creepy. Like, what is he getting out of it?
I don't know.
And his eyes turned black.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I would be worried.
Yeah, like what is he gonna want from her?
I don't know.
But it did feel like a deal with the devil.
It 100% did, yeah.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. So he gives her a bunch of stuff, and then he says, and you need to get this egg from a demon. It's like a Hydra demon.
There are so many demons about Sunnydale.
Apparently, yeah.
It is the Hellmouth. But.
So Spike and her go to get this egg from this demon.
In the sewer.
And she gets one. He distracts it with like a axe or something.
Yeah.
Now it's TV budget.
Yes.
But it's, so it's hokey-ish looking. It's Spike fighting with a puppet.
Yep.
But she he's swinging it and everything. She gets an egg. They're about to get away scot-free, and she drops the egg. And there's like glowing shit like comes out of it.
And she's like, oh no, let me go back and get another one. And Spike like almost got eaten. He's like, no, we gotta go. And she just does it anyway.
I thought more was gonna come of that when he got bit.
Yeah, he did. He got bit by the fucking thing. But he's a vampire. He heals.
Yeah.
They didn't separate his head. They didn't set him on fire. So
right.
I guess he'll heal.
But he's really, like sacrificing a lot for the Summers women in this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, she asked, why are you helping me? And he's like, I'm tired of seeing the Summers women taking it so hard in the chin or some weird English phrasing.
Yeah, it's real weird. Yeah.
It is. Sorry, English people.
So she does the ceremony, which is like she's got to have everything in like a sacred circle and a picture of Joyce and all this stuff and everything. And the demon guy told her that if anything goes wrong, you have to destroy the picture. That will get rid of her.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. So she does the thing, and Joyce like lives.
Yeah, we never see her face.
See her. We just see her feet.
Yeah.
Walking to the house.
Very creepily.
I'm curious, would she have been normal? Because it felt very much like a Pet Cemetery situation.
Yeah.
It'd be fucked up if she was normal and she was like, oh my God, I'm back, yay. And she destroys the picture. She's like, no!
Well, like, Buffy comes in and catches Dawn.
Yeah.
And starts freaking out, like, you can't do this. They don't come back right. Like, something's going to be wrong. And we see Joyce, like, the shadow of her walking. She looks like she's zombie walking. She doesn't look like she's walking like a normal person.
Right. But she does knock on the door.
Yeah. Several times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It sounded almost angry to me.
All right. It does, like I said, the way it was filmed, the way the music and everything, it's felt very much like a Pet Cemetery situation where it's not going to be right.
But we have no idea because Buffy and
sometimes dead is better,
right? But Buffy and Dawn have a screaming match / heart to heart.
Yeah, that's the point of the whole thing is that it's a bonding moment for these two sisters.
Mm-hmm. Yup. And it's sad. And like, even, I think Buffy's the one who says, like, who's going to take care of us? And she's like an adult. Like, but it's scary to not have your parents. So I get that.
But Dawn does rip up the picture as there's a knock on the door and she goes away.
And well, Buffy runs to the door and opens it and goes, "Mommy."
Yeah.
And she's already gone because Dawn ripped the picture.
Yep. Because it would be like I'm like, no, don't do this. I don't want to see her. And luckily they don't show her.
Yeah, because like you said, it would undo all of the great acting and storytelling that was done in the last episode if they just bring her back.
And there's no reason to.
Yeah.
So, I guess she's gone for good.
And now Buffy and Dawn have to figure out how to exist and take care of each other because their dad's missing, their mom's dead, and neither one of them have a job.
No. The only other thing that happens in the episode, it's very small but important. Ben is going to work, I guess, or whatever, and those little, like, one of those little fucking guys, lumpy guy or whatever, comes up to him and he's like, "So, we want you to fucking date the Slayer so we can figure out where the key is." And he's like, "Why the fuck would I help you with the key? She's just an innocent," and like he stops and he's like, "Innocent what? What?" And like, and he's like, "Oh fuck." And then so Ben, this is the stupidest thing ever. Ben stabs him and then just walks away. Like, I guess just like, if you're gonna just kill him.
Yeah, if you're gonna stab somebody, make sure they're dead.
But he just walks away and like his cohorts bring him to glory. And
who is, by the way, the same body. So at some point Ben changes, right? Like, that's weird.
Maybe they're the same body, maybe they're not. I don't know.
But I mean, like, how many, like, we've seen her just take over his body.
Yeah, but I feel like they can also occupy two spots at the same time.
Huh. Maybe.
I don't know. That's what it seems like.
Okay. Anyway.
But he's like, and like he's in his dying throes. He's like, he seemed to indicate that the key is in a person form. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Oh, this really narrows it down."
Yeah, because there's only, a few billion people on the planet.
And then she says, "Well, I assume that they're in Sunnydale." And then she's like, let's heal him or whatever so I can hear it again.
Yeah.
So I guess he's not going to die.
He doesn't mention that he said it was an innocent person, though. That, I think, is a pretty key fact.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
That would narrow it down even more.
Yeah, he says innocent, and then he stops. Yeah.
So
she's close on their heels.
Do you think she's going to kill Dawn?
I don't know.
That would be sad.
I don't think so. Because I think that would be too much for one season. Unless Glory carries over into another season. But I assume she's just the big bad of this season.
Right.
But if she does carry over into another season, maybe. But I don't think Dawn will die this season.
Yeah.
She might die at some point, but I don't think she'll die this season. Because that's too much trauma for one season.
Yeah, how could Buffy go on with, like, nobody?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, good episode. For the most part, like, the centerpiece is the big emotional scene between the two of them. Yeah. They continue to show that they have great on-screen chemistry.
Oh yeah, I still don't get why the fuck Spike was helping her. He keeps making really poor decisions.
Well, yeah, he should have just said no, forget it.
Yeah.
She's gonna come back as a zombie. You can't bring her back, so just fucking forget it.
Instead of being like, let me help you do this right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is the episode for the week. Carol, tell people where they can find their own monster egg.
So you can write us at latefee1994@aol.com.
Mm-hmm.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
Yep.
And share the tapes with your friends.
All right, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.